One viewer. 5 viewers. 20 viewers. 38. 59. 75. 91. 98. 109. 125. 134. 145. 147. 155. I'll just keep going. Hello, Lauren. Hello, Gillian. 161. Oh my God. 169. Susan. Hello, Jono. Missed you uptown the other day, Jono. I would have come and broken bread with you. Teresa. Hola, amigo. Hola. ¿Qué pasa? I think you're Portuguese, aren't you, Teresa? Como está? Hello, Martin, my good friend Martin of Bournemouth. Martin, God bless you. Martin's a bit of a celebrity to the stars. Jay, big bad Jay. Catherine, it's starting to rain here, starting to precipitate. Sue Emery, hello Sue, thank you for all your support, and Carol. Oh, thank you, Carol. Hello, Amanda. Amanda, I need my hair cut. Martin, you gave me them clippers so Amanda can cut my hair, and she hasn't cut it. Right, oh, stew pot, oh, pork chop. Right, so it's starting to rain now. But, right, we're in London, central London. We've got the sun in the background. It's precipitating over West London. The sun's coming in, the rain's coming in from the northeast. So it's raining over in Tottenham. Stanmore hasn't got it yet. Nor is West London. Nor is South London. Right, Sean Kelly, all right, Shawnee boy. Hello, Sue. You're brilliant, Sue. Yes, you're Portuguese. I thought you was. I remember that you're Portuguese. Have you seen the film City of God? What a brilliant film. Right, we're doing an update. I'm on the rooftop in central London, and I'm going to do an update on the proceedings over the last week. And my God, what a week. What an unbelievable week. It just goes, this is what happens when you're on a call-in. You're not in control of what's on. I don't want to go into like criticism and dark realms, but our little troll makes at it again. There's one woman who's put a video out. She's an absolute idiot. I'm not going to denigrate her name because she's an old woman, so there'll be no joy in that. But she is a moron. And she's put out that I'm an MI5 agent or some nonsense, and I live in a caravan in Wales. Well, what an absolute flid. You know, that's all I'm going to say. The woman's a total and just an idiot. And she's actually wasted her time and her electricity putting out some factually based podcast that I live in a caravan in Wales. I mean, unbelievable. So anyway, she's one of the usual morons, the usual suspects on it. So we started with that sour note. Anyway, she's an idiot and she does watch this. So you know, just grow up, love. You're an old girl. Behave yourself. And you're just stupid. I don't know why you're doing it. So that's it. I'm not bothering with these calling out these trolls anymore. We know who they all are. And it's just pointless. I've got bigger things to do now. My life has gone on a mission, and I'm willing to go in for the journey. We're doing this journey for the greater good. God wants us on this journey, and off we go. So I've been inundated with victims and survivors of SRA, and I cannot tell you, you know, the tales just get worse and worse. It's just unbelievable. They're unbelievable. Since Jeanette, you know, opened the lid on this, my God. Yeah, someone said, I thought you lived in a pineapple under the sea. Well, yeah, go and tell this stupid I do, and she'll probably do a podcast on it. John Wedger lives in a pineapple under the sea, and we've got facts. MI6 know all about this. John Wedger and his undersea pineapple, his subterranean tropical fruit paradise. I just can't. I've not got the effort for it anymore. So please, you know, please don't trouble me with these. John, look at this person saying it. I don't care. I actually don't care what this woman says, what Brian Harvey says, what other bellends say. I'm really not interested. Anyway, today, I don't know if anyone watched, I was on the street with Nikki. How unbelievable was Nikki? What an absolute star. This woman is just awesome. She really is the queen of the streets. She has a radar on her from being on the streets most of her life, like Bill Maloney. This is a female version of Billy Maloney. Tough, hard, forthright, compassionate, with a moral compass to die for. And she knew everyone. You know, she was just people watching like you've never seen, and she was spot on, absolutely spot on, this woman. I was absolutely taken back. You know, she was a sharp cookie, but she won't mind me saying this, a tart with a heart. Nikki, you know I don't mean that, but she was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And what she was saying was, Dylan. Dylan's just confirmed that I don't live in a pineapple and I don't live in a caravan. It's a combination, it's a mash-up of the two. You know, it's a caravapple. And but something very strange happened today. This is how you know that you're on the right track. There's a rainbow over there. Jeffrey. Oh, Jeffrey. Right, in as much as we couldn't get any internet access for nearly half an hour. Absolutely no. My phone was totally shut down for half an hour. We were then surrounded by 10 police officers wanting to know what we're doing. But we was polite and told them, you know, and they were all right. But they sort of came out of nowhere, and they was all over us. But again, we were doing nothing wrong, so there was no problem. Internet connection kept dropping out right that bank in the heart of London. No need for it whatsoever. I had to keep turning my phone on and off. It was just absolutely ridiculous. Couldn't get caravan. So there we was, and we did this incredible podcast. And I got so upset with it because again, this isn't about me. Oh, Stevie Smith, I'd eat pole. Doing what I did, on this unit, and then you've got beautiful Nikki turning around and just saying, all your lot, and let's call them the JPU, it's the Street Offences Juvenile Protection Unit, which I was on for a year. She said they were all up in the snooker club sniffing coke with the other prostitutes and whatnot. What chance does someone like me stand when this is what they're doing? What chance did I stand against that sort of behaviour? And then, so the name of this inspector who was asking the girls on the street girls, to procure for him young girls and boys at 500 quid, a monkey as we call it on the streets, a monkey for a chicken. A monkey's 500 quid and a chicken's a young kid. I was asking to procure 500 quid. Right, it said some of the girls are doing it, she wouldn't do it. And this inspector was at West End Central Police Station. She said he would go to the snooker club with the vice unit sniffing coke and whatnot with all the gangsters, the Maltese gangsters and the other street prostitute girls, and he was actively conspiring to procure street runaway children. Right, and now we had Jeanette telling us about these kids, these runaways that were tortured. We've got the head of the vice unit at that time who is named. He is named on the RAINS list. Okay, we'll talk about the RAINS list. This stupid woman, right, who keeps attacking me. You want to attack someone, get the sodding RAINS list, moron woman, and attack people on there, please, and give me a break. Anyway, that's that. Right, so he's on the RAINS list. There's a rainbow. He's on the RAINS list, as a Satanist. He was in charge of unit. And what we had is Nikki backing up what I said, but with a different inspector. So we had a detective chief inspector who's on the RAINS list, and we know what Satan is because we've had Nikki and many others telling us that they shag children and kill children, right? And we got the head of the unit that is in the best position to procure children, to procure children for these parties, runaway kids that no one miss, and he's on the fecking range list. He's on it. Now, I've written to the IOPC and I've named this guy, right? Please look on the range list, find this guy. He's a Detective Chief Inspector on the Vice Unit, right? Please check him out. Please write to the police about this fella. He should not be drawing a police pension if he is proved to be a Satanist, right? You know, and he's involved in this criminality, okay? So, you know, and then we've got this inspector whose name is going to be given to the IPC as well, that he was there procuring young children at the offer of 500 quid throughout the 80s and the 90s. He was at West End Central Police Station, and he was going into the snooker hall in Great Wimble Street, doing crack cocaine and asking the street girls to get young children for him at 500 quid a time. Are you outraged? Are you fed up of this? Have you had enough of this? Are you standing with me? Are we going to take this fight to the Home Secretary? Are we going to take this to Cressida Dick? Are we actually going to turn around and say no more? Because I certainly am, sorry. Mucking around with the English language. I certainly am. So come on. If you're fed up with it like I am, let's do something about it. Right? I'm going to put this guy's name. I'm going to send it to the IPCC and see what they do. I'm going to give it to the press as well. And please look on the range list. Please look on it. It is so easy to find. It used to be difficult. It's not. Please don't ask me where it is. I've told people a million times. Right, I'm not having a go at anyone. I'm not like that. But, you know, RAINS, Satanic List. Google it. Go through it. In one of the pages, he's there. A Detective Chief Inspector that was on the Vice Unit. And his first initial begins with M. All right, so I'm giving that away. Right, please, if you're fed up with it, let's write to the police about this guy. What's going on here? With all the allegations we've heard, this is enough. Enough's enough. These are public servants. These are public servants that are paid to look after kids. He is on a unit that is dedicated to street offences and juvenile protection in one of the most dangerous parts of Europe. He is on that unit. He is chosen to go on that unit. And he remained on there many times. He's written a book. He's an author, this guy. He's written a book about his phenomenal work that he's done protecting London from vice. He's written a book, this guy. It's easy to find. So what was he doing? Attending satanic meetings on more than one occasion. All right? What was he doing? So, you know, we've got Nikki coming along, meeting up with me. Nikki, a person with nearly 500 convictions for prostitution. Well, what's classed as loitering? Nearly 500 convictions that woman's got. Coming along and meeting up with me, a former cop. We knew each other from the street, you know. I've nicked Nikki. I can't remember it. She can't either, but I would have nicked Nikki. I do remember her name, right? I remember her from the street, but I don't remember actually bringing her in. But you know, there's every chance I've brought her in, you know. And look at us as a couple of buddies, a couple of bestie pals on the street doing our good deed to help children. How fantastic can you get? When Jesus calls his army, he knows how to do it, you know. What an honourable, decent, phenomenal woman. I think she deserves a round of applause, that woman. She is absolutely brilliant. So, me and Nikki will be working together again. Fantastic. And after we did the interview, a guy walks past and he shouts, "John Wedger." And I stop like this. I stop. And he comes up and shakes my hand. Right? And it was Richard Kerr's brother. Richard Kerr was the guy who did this 16 minutes documentary for Australian television about his life as a prostitute, a male prostitute on the meat rack, right? And during the meeting that he had with 16 Minutes, Pi then turned up and protested. It's an incredible documentary. You can find it online, 16 Minutes Australia. Richard Kerr, brilliant interview. And his brother walks by whilst on the phone to Richard in America. How incredible is that? You couldn't make it up. It was absolutely fantastic, you know. Sorry about that. Free Pepsi, Watson. You couldn't make it up. It was just awesome. So that's how I know we was on the right track. So it was a fantastic day. It was an enlightening day. I hope Nikki brought home the realities of life on the street. We were being filmed by Netflix at the same time, so there is a Netflix documentary coming out about the work we're doing. All right, and Nikki really brought it home. I mean, you couldn't really get the vibe of it. You couldn't really pick up the smell of piss as well. But you know, and it's so different, London. I mean, the soul's been ripped out of London. It's just affluent, upper class sort of big estate really for Japanese and Russian bankers, so and Chinese businessmen. Now it's really it's not London anymore. It's just turned. It's a bit like Hong Kong, to be honest. You know, big financial hub. So the heart's been ripped out of London, but you know, she's still on the street. She still knew it. There was another street girl on there who remembered me. She said, "I know you," and I remember you, John. And she's the same age as both Nikki and myself. And my word, you know, that's how I said to Nikki, you know, that's how you would have been if you hadn't been on the street. The street consumes people. She was raddled through heroin addiction, bless her, and she was from a kids' home. And like Nikki said, the one thing all of them had in common, they all come from the kids' homes, all of them. Nikki goes on about the young boys at the meat rack, so that sort of bolsters up the other accounts we've had from Mike Tarraga and others, right? She remembers the young lads, and she even goes to say that her best friend, can't remember his name now, who was on the street from 14 to 17, and he was found, he had actually been buggered to death. He'd been anally raped to death, and she actually afterwards took us to the place where they found his corpse, you know, just slung on the floor. Chucky Alia to Paulie. You know, his corpse was thrown in some piss-stained, stinking, fetid door of a street around the back of Soho, where this lad had just been buggered to death, you know. 17-year-old lads. I mean, my words, unbelievable, you know. And this is Britain. And this is Britain. And there was a police unit dealt to paid, well paid, and they were well paid. We earned good money on that unit because of the overtime and that. And it weren't hard work, not compared to street policing, uniform policing, which is hard work. Detective works long hours, but it ain't like street policing. You can skive if you have to. Say you're taking a statement and go and have a kip somewhere, you can't do that on street policing. This detective chief inspector was involved in Satanism, and an inspector from West End Central, Nick, was actively going out and trying to procure young boys and young girls, and he was in with gangsters, in with the prostitutes, and he was sniffing cocaine. She said he also smoked crack with other officers from my old unit. So what chance did I stand in getting my story out there? You know, it was a little bit before my time, granted. However, nothing changed, and the cover-ups continued, and they continue to this day. I'm just appalled. And Cressida Dick then sends her hounds to come and get me for speaking out. If you're disgusted, write to this woman, write to Cressida Dick and tell them how disgusted you are. Because I've fed up with it. I've had enough of this. I've really had enough of this. How is this a decent, compassionate and first world society when we allow this to go on? It's wrong. And you look at all us coming together, you know, you look at the good work that we're doing as a community. Look at the good sterling work of Brian Knox, former gangster, man involved in gun and drug and knife crime, turning his life around, you know, and putting people on the straight and narrow with his baptisms. God bless you, Brian. You got Christine, who's spending every waking hour collating all the information. God bless you, Christine. Got Rita and Tracy doing what they do behind the scenes to hold this together. God bless you lot. You got Nikki, a former drug addict, street prostitute. Look what she's doing, sticking her neck on the line, putting back her shoulders, you know, and striding forward into the ghetto she used to work. And I said, "Are you frightened?" She said, "I ain't frightened of none of them. If they're a nonce, they should be frightened of me." You know, God bless you, Nikki, and all the others who stand by and help me. God bless every single one of you, and those that come on the street. And do you know what? There's only a couple of my old mates from the police who actually bother to follow me. How disgusting is that? And do you know, a lot of my mates don't even follow me. My family, there's only 1 or 2 members of my family that watch this. But the followers, you know, well over 500,000 followers now. Unbelievable. And we all want the same thing. We want this to stop. So we've got Netflix now working with us. I'm getting testimony after testimony coming through now, and the satanic abuse. And I tell you what, anyone who don't believe in satanic abuse, my word, words fail me. I can't make any. Liam, love you, Liam. Liam, what a good lad he is. God bless you, Liam. You know, this is real. Satanic ritual abuse is real, and it is happening. And it is happening. If you don't believe in it, so what? I'm really not bothered. What can I do about this? But what an incredible, incredible day. There will be more. Let's move onwards and upwards. Onwards and upwards. If I don't get back to you, please don't get angry with me. People have been sending me angry messages. John, you don't get back to me. I'm flooded. I'm absolutely flooded. I'm doing 2 jobs. I'm working. I worked today. I was up crack of dawn today. Right. I got in last night. I don't know what time it was. Mega late. After helping doing some food parcels. Right. After work, I went and did some food parcels, delivering food parcels. Right. I got up crack of dawn. I went to work. I went and did this interview. Now I've come back for a second job, and then in this job I'll be doing this stuff. So I'm trying to utilise every time. So please don't give me a rollicking. Don't give me a hard time. I can't get through to. I can't. What can I do? I'm getting a lot of people wanting me to help with family courts. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a solicitor. I'm not a barrister. I'm not a counsellor. I'm not a therapist. I'm not. I can't help you with certain things. I can't. I really can't. So please don't get the hump with me on that. But I will do what I can do. All right. So you know. Yeah. Oh, someone for the Met Police. Oh, God bless you. You know, I got one ex-copper contact me the other day. Firemen, they've been in touch. God bless the firemen. I can't say God bless the police because I can't. Because none of them, they've got no bottle to stand by you. I'm fed up with them. You know, there's 1 or 2 of my good mates, and they know I'm not criticising them because I love them and they've been very good to me. But on the whole, your bill don't stand by me. They're not standing by the kids. You know, they've allowed their colleagues to do it. They've not spoke out. So, you know, I can't. There's an ex-copper contacted me the other day and said how's things and all that, and I thought, well, you know, you work with me, where were you? You never stood by me, so I'm not interested, pal. I'm not interested. I'm sorry. They stitched him up, but I'm sorry. You know, I'm not here to stand up for coppers. I'm not. I don't mind helping the whistleblowers, but that's about it. You know, but so yeah, Christine said I don't get back. You know, I'm just a bit worn out with, you know, but oh, Catherine, just private message me and I'll send you some details we can donate and things like that. But I just want to say, look, watch this space. Please, people with testimonies, get in touch with me. I can't get back to all and every one of you. Our documentary is well underway now. It looks like we secured funding for our cameraman because I can't pay him. So Netflix looks like they're going to pay the cameraman. So he's been brilliant. He's turning up. Hopefully next week there should be a very, very good testimony from the West Country. I'll keep you posted. A very sad story indeed. And again, what we're seeing are women abusers on the same level as men, and actually in some circumstances the intensity and the ferociousness of their abuse are is worse than what men dish out when it comes to the satanic stuff. It's quite shocking. So we're actually turning a lot of myths on their head, that all paedophiles are men. Nope. You know, that women don't abuse. Nope. Although what we're seeing is the street stuff. It tends to be the sort of poshies that want the young kids, that go up and procure the young kids. We're seeing that quite a bit, you know. So and the poshies are the ones that are covering it up, you know. So we look at where it all went on. You know, Soho, stone's throw away from Parliament, near to Mayfair, near to St James's, all where the royals and the rich live. And we're hearing testimonies all the time that are coming up from people like Anthony Daly, like Richard Kerr, and many others, you know, Ted East, and, you know, the politicians and all that being involved. So the same old story coming out, and what are our police doing about nothing? We need to get hold of these chief constables and rattle their cages. We do. If anyone knows anyone from the Taxpayers Alliance, please get in touch. Let's start finding out who the groups that take on these government departments when they fail the public. So we are seeing the likes of Cressida and many others, these chief constables, deliberately failing the public, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. They are. If people are likewise, pen to paper, right? No, my son is just ringing me. So anyway, so that's that. I'm gonna have to ring. Right, I'm down to 100 viewers. 100 viewers. What's that? Oh, I'm less than 100 now. Right. Oh my word. Where's everyone going? Right, they're going up again. I'm going up again. Sorry, they're going up. Oh my God, I went down to almost no viewers. I've got a bit of a message, an important message. There's going to be a bit of a gathering on Clapham Common on Sunday at midday. There's people getting together that really have sort of had enough of, you know, the lockdown, and also it's a gathering of people really that have had enough about all these new legislation they're bringing in under the COVID laws, which are reducing the checks that are done on anyone wanting to foster children. So they're all sort of gathering on Clapham Common to sort of have a little chat and a big social event. So I'll probably be going along. So if anyone's in Clapham Common midday, please turn up and come and join us for a Scotch egg. So that's midday, Clapham Common. It's not a protest. It's a meeting of minds and people, you know, really are sort of like-minded and you know, just want to get together and have a little chat. So Clapham Common, midday on Sunday. All right, but thank you everyone for by the duck pond, apparently by the duck pond, whatever it is, or the carp pond or whatever it is. So there's a pond up there, so there might be ducks on it, I'm not sure. Right, but thank you everyone for tuning in. We got incredible amount of viewers, phenomenal. We were running at over 400 viewers during that podcast, so you know, the figures are going up and up and up and up. People keep ringing and ringing and ringing, and so nothing really to sort of transmit. I'll be doing another live tomorrow evening. We're really pushing forward now for the charity, to get the charity going, but there is a clause that if you're an activist, you can't become a trustee of your own charity. And I am officially, in the words of Metropolitan Police, an activist. So I've now got the accolade of an activist. So I don't think I can run my own charity. I'm not sure. I've got to look into that. We will be looking at putting together. Oh, please, who's the lady who wants me to mention her? Oh, please send me a message. I was meant to mention a lady, and I told her to sort of email me before, an hour before, and she hasn't, or she might have done, but I've not looked. Oh God, I'm really sorry. Look, please, can you send me a message, and I will mention you tomorrow. Thank you very much. What else have I got done? What else have I got to do? Something else I've got to mention. It's gone out my head. I want to say thank you to someone, but anyway, we'll do it all tomorrow. I've had a long old day. I've had a real long day. So I keep getting phone calls. It must be the crazy hour. People are ringing me. Right. So until tomorrow. You know, I'll sign out and thank you so much. Please share. Nikki's video is going to be going up on YouTube. please share it. Please, if people are putting out videos saying I work for MI6 and I live in caravans and things like that, please respond to them and tell them that I don't and they should shut up. Please do that, because I can't be bothered to anymore, or pineapples under the sea and things like that. Anyway, I'm Oski now. All right, I'm going to go back, so I'll just do a quick little scan through London. Right, so there we was earlier on today. Right over that way in the West End. We was on the streets of the West End, and my word how it's changed, my word how it has changed. And over there the sun's going down. Let's go over to where the sun's going down, and I'll be up early in the morning. I'm going swimming in the lake early in the morning, so if anyone wants me to do a little podcast from the lake, I'll quite happily do that. With Millie, I'll be with Millie. I'm back training now, back into my training, going to get my fitness back up again. I'm looking at doing a walk from Parliament with Millie to Rainbow Woods. I'm looking at doing that end of the summer. There's the sunset. The sun's going down over Kingsbury by the look of it. So Kingsbury in West London. The sun's going down. There we go. All right, and so until we meet again. So hopefully, if anyone wants me to do a little podcast in the morning, I'll happily do it. Anyone wants to get in touch, please do. Anyone wants to help, please do. Thank you to the lovely lady who's donated a van. I will come and collect it. Thank you so much. That is so kind. How many miles is that? I don't know. I walked nearly 300 with Millie. Paula, I want to talk to your brother about scrapping a motor I've got. So can I have a chat with you over the weekend? I've got an old van I need to get rid of. I wonder if your brother can, I can drop it off at his yard. Paula's an old Romany gypsy, and I want to pop down to her brother's yard and trade in a motor. Right, so anyway, thank you to everyone. Thank you for a lovely day, and I will be back tomorrow. God bless.